in their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard. I'm talking words you understand. I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere, you know I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the love the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the dope is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I made it from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer, so it's teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies, claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chilling with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, here we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah.
Good evening, Roxamore Sports Live. Maximilian Kiefer here. We're here at the Woodland Hills swimming hall rather. Today is just going to be a meet program between Penn Hills High School and Woodland Hills High School aquatic teams. Right now, they are doing the national anthem. All right, beautiful a cappella performance there by the Woodland Hills and Penn Hills coach and team. Our first event will be Event 1, the girls' 200-yard medley relay, which should be taking place pretty soon. For this first event, it will be Lane 2 and Lane 3 that are occupied. It'll be Penn Hills with Penn Hills. First up in Lane 2 will be Millie Wrestler. Second will be Cassidy Borkovich. Third, Talia Russell. Fourth, Larissa Lockridge. In lane 3, it'll be Abby Umscheid. Second, Lauren Sippel. Third, Gianna Gentlecore. Fourth, Kristen Sippel. Correction, actually, they'll be doing the dives. And she's in. She scored a 5, a 4.5, and a 4.5. Coming up next is Ryan Powers. He's in. Let's see what the judge is saying.
4.5, 5, 5.
He scored a 4.5, a 5, and a 5. Coming up next is Luke Houlihan for somersault pike. And he's in. Judges say
6, 5, 5.5.
scored a 6, a 5, and a 5.5. She's focused. Mind on where she wants to go and how she wants to go about this dive. She scored a 5, a 4.5, and a 5. Abby Umscheid is coming up next here for a somersault pike. She scored a 5, a 5, and a 5.5. Getting a bit of encouragement here from the Penn Hills team.
Number 5-1-1-1-A. Forward dive, half, twist, straight position, degree of difficulty.
Should be taking a forward dive here. She scored a 3.5 all the way across.
Next up is Ryan Powers. Dive forward 2.
Ryan Powers is back on the board here.
Forward 1.5. Somersault tuck position. Degree of
He'll be doing a somersault tuck position. Or somersault and a half tuck position, rather. He's focused, determined. And he's in.
4.5, 5.
He scored a 4.5, 4.5, and a 5. Luke Houlihan is back on the board. I'll be doing a somersault and a twist position. He's aimed, focused, makes his launch, and he's in. Judges inquiring whether it was 2 twist. Let's see what score they come up with.
5, 5, 5.
He scored a 5 all the way across.
Next up, Sophia Ramos. Dive forward 3. Dive number 5, 1-1-2-A. Forward dive 1, twist straight position, degree of difficulty 2.0.
Good air time. Judges say.
4.5, 4.5, 3.5.
She scored a 4.5, 4.5, and a 3.5.
Abby Unshine, dive forward 3. Dive number 5, 1, 2,
Abby Umscheid is back on the board here.
forward 1, somersault 1, twist 3 position, degree of difficulty 1.9.
With diligence, she makes her twist, and she's in the water.
3, 4, 3.5.
Judges give her a 3, a 4, and a 4.5.
Dive forward 3. Dive number 5-2-1-1-A. Back dive half twist straight position, degree of difficulty 1.2.
She'll be taking a back dive twist position here. She's set her T-pose on the tiptoes, and she's in. The judges saying
4, 4.5, 4.
she gets a 4, 4.5, and a 4.
Ryan Howard, dive forward 3. Dive number 3-0-1.
Ryan Powers is back on the plank here.
Position, degree of difficulty 1.6.
Splish splash, he's taking a bath.
4, 3.5, 5.
He scored a 4, a 3.5, and a 5.
Dive number 2-0-2-A. Back 1 somersault straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
taking a back somersault position here. At the edge of the plank, focused. Takes the T-pose. And he's in.
6, 5, 5.
He scored a 6, a 5, and a 5.
Next diver is Sophia Manicos. Dive 4-4. Dive number 2028.
So,
One somersault straight position. Degree difficulty 1.7.
Sophia will be taking a back somersault position here. Got to get that scratch in. T-pose. Launch. She's in, and the judges saying
5, 4.5, 5.
a 5, 4.5, and a 5. Abby Umscheid is coming up next. A back dive straight position. She's setting herself up here, and she's in. 5, 5.5, and a 4.5. She'll be taking a back dive straight position here. There's a lot of agility required for this. Look like a good form on my end. The judge is saying a 4.5, a 4, and a 4. Ryan Powers is back on the plank here. Reverse somersault tuck position. He has launched. He's in. A 4, a 3.5, and a 3.5. Luke Ullahan back on the plank here. Doing a back somersault position here. With a 3.5 twist. The pose is set. Excellent twist there. Let's see what the judges think of it.
6.
Gets a 6, a 6.5, and a 6. Sophia's back on the plank here. Doing a reverse 1 somersault tuck position. She's walking the plank. And And she's off. And she goes. Little bit of a splash. Almost got the judge there. She gets a 4.5, a 4, and a 5.5. Abby Umscheid is back on the plank. Inward dive pike position. She has the pose set. She's bouncing. Ready to launch. In she goes.
4, 5, 5.
She gets a 4, a 5, and a 5. She's going to do a reverse somersault tuck position. And she goes. Excellent rotation. She gets a 4.5, a 5, and a 4.5. Ryan Powers. A back dive half twist position. Let's getting his footing correct, his balance in order. And he's in. He gets a 4, a 3.5, and a 3.5. Luke Houlihan. A 1.5 somersault tuck position. At the edge of the plank here. Four and a half, a 5.5, and a 5.5. Sophia Mamakos performing a invert dive pike position. Getting the balance in order. Takes the T-pose. Staying focused. Ready to launch. And she's in.
6, 5, 5.
She gets a 6, a 5, and a 5. Abby Umscheid is back on the plank. Performing a inward 1 somersault tuck position. Steady. Six and a half, 5.5, and a 6. Abby is back on the plank here with an inward tuck position. She's in. 4.5, 4, and a 4.5. Ryan Powers performing an inward dive tuck position. He's positioned here. In he goes. 4 all the way across. Luke Hulan.
2.5 somersault tuck position.
Doing a 4T somersault and a half position. Excellent performance there. 5.5, 6, and 5.5. And that concludes the diving part of this meet. Coming up next is Event 1, the girls' 200-yard medley relay. Lanes 2 and 3 will be occupied here by all Penn Hills aquatic team members. In lane 2, we have Millie Wrestler coming up first. After her, it's Cassidy Brokovich. Third, Talia Russell. Fourth, Larissa Lockridge. In lane 3 will be Abby Umscheid. First, Lauren Sippel. Second, Gianna Genticore. Third, Kristen Sippel. Fourth. Just doing a little bit of adjusting here to the pool, setting up the flags and the lanes. This is Roxamore Sports. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're here at the Woodland Hills swimming arena, or swimming hall. This is the high school dual meet. Again, this will be Event 1, the girls' 200-yard medley relay. Should be taking place rather soon. You spectators have no idea how lucky you are right now. I'm right here in the bleachers, sweating. It's a bit humid in here right now. I mean, Scientific fact, heat rises, and I'm sweating. I'm feeling that heat rising right now. I mean, you guys might be in the heat right now with your furnace working, but at least it's not humid. It's that humidity that really sticks to you. But all is well. As long as you all are staying safe tonight, we're happy to be your eyes for this evening. Abby and Miller. Oh. Abby and Millie. Abby pulling ahead here. Abby at her second lap. 38 seconds. In comes Cassidy. And Lauren. Lauren keeping a good pace here. Moving rather quickly here. Her second lap ends at 1 minute and 14 seconds. In comes Gianna. In lane 2, in comes Talia. These athletes are keeping a wonderful speed. In lane 3, at 44 seconds, in comes Larissa. Lane 2. Nope. Lane 2. Talia finishes up her course here. Correction, Larissa is in lane 2 now. In lane 3, here's Kristen, who finishes at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Larissa coming in here. And lane 2. Two minutes and 40 seconds. Coming up next is event 2, the boys 200-yard medley relay. All athletes from Woodland Hills High School. We have Ryan Powers, Syed Akib, Dante Martin, and Xander Bush. The seed time for this setup is 2 minutes and 1 second. Ryan Powers, 33 seconds. In comes Syed. A minute and 9 seconds. In comes Dante. He's pulling in here fast. He means business. A minute and 39 seconds. Here comes Sandra Bush. Coming in fast. Determined to break the seed time. Ooh, but it looks like it will just be a little bit over. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Coming up next, Event 3, the girls' 200-yard freestyle. Occupying lanes 2 and 3. All Penn Hills athletes. In lane 2 will be Krista Herbert. Lane 3, Lindsay Davis. Lindsay Davis has a seed time of 2 minutes and 42 seconds. They're just correcting the lanes here right now. The athletes are in. Here in lane 2, Krista's pulling just a fraction ahead. "35 seconds. Lindsay now taking the lead. Lindsay pulling in ahead by a few feet here. Again, her seed time is 2 minutes and 42 seconds. She made that lap at 1 minute and 17 seconds. Minute and 23 seconds for Krista. Lindsay has quite a distance here. Krista keeping her position, keeping her pace, her form, still determined. Two minutes and 3 seconds for Lindsay in that lap. Krista at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Ooh, just a few seconds under her seed time. She makes it in at 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Here comes Krista. Coming in with fire. Finishing up at 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Excellent work, ladies. Coming up next is Event 4, the boys' 200-yard freestyle. Lanes 3 and 4 and 5 will be occupied. In lane 3, we have Penn Hills, Luke Houlihan. Lane 4 by Woodland Hills, Noah Marini. Lane 5 by Woodland Hills, Jack Radigan. Noah Marini with a seat time of 1 minute and 51 seconds. It's Noah that is in the lead here. Keeping a significant distance from the other athletes. Noah is really pulling in ahead here. Luke Houlihan is keeping up. And Jack is keeping on strong. Noah's getting a lot of encouragement here. Luke Houlihan is keeping on strong, as well as Jack Radigan here. Just inches away from breaking his seat time. Ooh, just ever so slightly above it at 1 minute and 52 seconds. Here comes Luke at 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Jack coming in strong. 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Excellent performance, boys. Event 5, the girls' 200-yard IM. Lanes 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be occupied. 1, 2, and 3 will be occupied by Penn Hills athletes, and lane 4 by Woodland Hills, Rosalie Van Duysen. Rosalie is keeping a pretty good distance here at the moment. In lane 1, we have Abby Umshai. Lane 2, Cassidy Bokovic. Lane 3, Kristen Sippel. And again, in lane 4, for Woodland Hills High School, Rosalie Van Duysen. Rosalie has a pretty good distance here. Just right behind her in lane 3 is Kristen, followed by Abby and Cassidy. Cassidy Bokovic has a seat time of 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Kristen Sippel, a seat time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Rosalie Van Duysen A seat time of 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's see if these athletes can make it just under. Just seconds away from her seed time. Ooh. A little bit over it, though, for Rosalie. Two minutes and 23 seconds in lane 3. For Kristen Sippel, which is a record for her. 7 seconds under her last seed time. It's Abby and Cassidy in lanes 1 and 2. Abby is in. Followed by Cassidy at 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Coming up next, event 6, boys 200-yard IM. Lanes 3 and 4 occupied. In lane 3, we have Michael Littenman from Penn Hills, and lane 4, Elijah Klein.
It's on Facebook. Thank you.
All right. Michael pulling ahead here. Elijah keeping up the pressure. These gentlemen have a seat time of 2 minutes and 2 seconds under Michael's name, and under Elijah's name, 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Michael is pulling a pretty good distance here from Elijah. Michael is still pretty safe at this point. Elijah is keeping strong here. Yeesh, it is exhausting just watching these guys right now. Takes a lot of body strength to do this sport. But all these athletes are keeping in strong. Excellent, excellent. Michael at 2 minutes and 1 second. Elijah coming in here. Excellent. Just a second under his seat time. at 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Coming up next, Event 7, the girls' 50-yard freestyle. Lanes 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be occupied. Lanes 1, 2, and 3 by Penn Hills. Lane 4 by Woodland Hills. In Lane 1, we have Talia Russell. Lane 2, Gabrielle Bokovic. Lane 3, Gianna Gentlecore. Lane 4, Abigail Morose from Woodland Hills High School. Although it appears that we're missing a player here in lane 3. Abigail's in the lead right now. But here in lane 1, Talia is just right behind her. 33 seconds. 33 seconds for Abigail.
Our next event will be the boys 50-yard freestyle.
All right. Event 8. This will be the boys' 50-yard freestyle. Lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be occupied. And lane 3, for Penn Hills, we have Austin Stuchel. Lane 4, Sander Bush. Lane 5, Dominic Darfouche. Lane 6, Justin Meyer. Lane 4 and 5 and 6 will be occupied by Woodland Hills. Lane 3 by Penn Hills. There in lane 4, pulling ahead, Sander Bush. "28 seconds. Coming up next, Event 9, the girls' 1 meter diving. MTR diving. 1 meter, goodness. So for the girls, 1 MTR diving will be in lane 2, Abby Umscheid for Penn Hills. Lane 4, Sophia Mamakos. Lane 5, Abigail Maros. Lane 2 will be Penn Hills. Lane 4 and 5, Woodland Hills High School. The lowest seat time on this roster is Abigail Maros at 1 minute and 9 seconds. So far, excellent performance by all the athletes here this evening. Their practice is clearly paying off. It's not one of those leisurely sports. As relaxing as swimming can be, this is quite an exhaustive sport, as most sports are. But water has quite a resistance to it. Right now, these athletes are just warming up. When we come back, it will be Event 9, the girls 1 MTR diving. This is Roxamore Sports with Maximilian Kiefer.
events they made it through in that first half?
Yeah, we're now at the 9. Yeah, we're 9 out of 24.
Our next event will be the girls 100-yard butterfly.
Okay, so we're skipping right to event 11, the girls 100-yard butterfly, with Kristen Sipple from Penn Hills. Again, this is the girls 100-yard butterfly. It appears they canceled event 9 and 10. She's keeping good form here. Amazing performance. A minute and 8 seconds. All right, coming up next is event 12, the boys 100-yard butterfly. Lane 4 and 5 occupied by Woodland Hills' very own Dante Martin and Syed Akab. Dante is keeping it pretty good. Dante is keeping a pretty good distance here. Akeb is keeping pretty strong. Excellent form from these two gentlemen. Dante has a seed time of 1 minute and 12 seconds. Akib, 1 minute and 23 seconds. Dante at 1 minute and 12. And Akib finishes here at 1 minute and 20 seconds. Fantastic work, guys. Coming up next is event 13, the girls 100-yard freestyle. And all Penn Hills occupied pool right now with lane 1, 2, and 3 occupied. Lane 1, Talia. Lane 2, Larissa. Lane 3, Millie. Lane 1, Talia is pulling in ahead here. Talia has a seed time of 1 minute and 17 seconds. Larissa, a seed time of 1 minute and 23 seconds. And Millie, a seed time of 1 minute and 21 seconds. Talia is keeping a pretty good distance here. Millie just ever so slightly ahead of Lewis here. Talia is still keeping her pace. Finishing up at 1 minute and 16 seconds. Just a second under her regular seat time. Coming up next, event 14, the boys 100-yard freestyle. In lane 3, we have Michael Lentelman from Penn Hills. Lane 4, Noah from Woodland Hills. Lane 5, Elijah from Woodland Hills. Lane 6, Jack. Noah has a seat time of 51 seconds. Elijah, a seat time of 53 seconds. And Jack, a seat time of 1 minute and 11 seconds. Michael is bringing in the heat. Pulling in just a fraction ahead of his competitors at Woodland Hills. There in lane 4, Noah's keeping a good pace with him, as well as Elijah. It's neck and neck between Michael and Elijah here. Michael still a fraction ahead, finishing up at 51 seconds. Here comes Jack at 1 minute and 11 seconds. Excellent walk, gentlemen. Coming up next, event 15, the girls 500-yard freestyle. Lanes 1, 2, and 3 occupied, all by Penn Hills. In lane 1, we have Lorelli Oswald. In lane 1 from Penn Hills, Krista Herbert. In lane 2 from Penn Hills, Gianna Genticourt. In lane 3 from Penn Hills. This is the girls' 500-yard freestyle. It's quite an exhausting round of these athletes. They've practiced just for this moment and spent much longer time practicing. A much longer time practicing than they will in this pool for these 500 yards. To all those that are familiar with swimming as a sport, 500 yards is quite exhausting. So it's always to be a admired feature in swimming athletes that they're able to make 500 rounds without complaining or collapsing. It appears it will just be Lorelli and Krista. Krista has a pretty good speed on her. A graceful form. Make it at the second round here at 41 seconds and 44 seconds. Heading in for their third lap. Krista coming in here for her fourth lap at 1 minute and 28 seconds. She's headed her way for her fifth lap. Lorelli finishes her fourth lap at 1 minute and 47 seconds, it looked like. Minute and 43 seconds. Krista makes her sixth lap here at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Lorelli for sixth lap at 2 minutes and 23 seconds. She's on her way to her seventh lap. And Krista is on her way to her eighth lap here. Three minutes and 6 seconds for Krista. Lorelli finishes up her seventh lap on her way to her eighth lap. And Krista on her way to her ninth lap. Lorelli, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Krista, 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Lorelli is on her way to her 9th lap, and Krista is on her way to her 11th lap. We're at 4 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock right now. Krista, a minute and 44 seconds. And Lorelli, a minute and 48 seconds. Krista on her way for her 13th lap. Lorelli on her way for her 11th lap. Krista, 5 minutes and 38 seconds. On her way to her 15th lap. Lower line. Finishing up her 10th lap here at 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Or 12th lap, rather. Krista finishes up her 15th lap. These athletes are keeping strong, despite how tiresome this round is. Krista, 6 minutes and 29 seconds. On her way to her 17th lap. Lorelei keeping strong. Krista finishes up at her 17th lap. Got an air one. That always catches everyone off guard. Lorelei finishing up her 15th lap here. Krista on her way to her final lap. We're at 7 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock right now. Eight minutes and 5 seconds, Krista finishes up. Lorelei coming in here for her 17th lap. Lower line, keeping in that breathing technique. Keeping herself paced. All right, lower line coming in here for her final 2 laps. And she's on her way to her last lap. Again, this is a very exhausting sport, very exhausting round. Requires a lot of pacing your breath, I suppose. Lower line finishes up at 10 minutes and 12 seconds. Fantastic work, ladies. All right. Coming up next, Event 16, the boys 500-yard freestyle. It'll be Penn Hills against Woodland Hills in this one. Lanes 3 and 4 will be occupied. These two opponents are quite excited to be competing against each other. Give each other the conventional fist bump. And lane 3, we have Ricky Hannah from Penn Hills. And in lane 4, Xander Bush from Woodland Hills. Ricky Hannah has a C time of 6 minutes and 42 seconds. Xander Bush, a C time of 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Athletes are in. Xander pulling in ahead here. Athletes finish up the first lap on the way to the second. Xander pulling in ahead here. Keeping a pretty safe distance. Xander, a minute and 2 seconds. On his way to his 5th lap. Ricky, a minute and 9 seconds. On his way to his 5th lap as well. Xander finishes his 5th lap. Ricky soon to finish up his 5th lap. Minute and 38 seconds for Xander here. On his way to his 7th lap. Ricky at a minute and 47 seconds. On his way to his 7th lap. Xander's keeping a comfortable distance. Ricky finishes up his 7th lap. Ricky's keeping up strong, though. These athletes are focused on their formation, their pace, their breathing, more so than they are focusing on the other athlete on the other lane. It's a lot of multitasking in and out to be focusing on the other player. Sander coming in here for his 11th lap. Ricky, 3 minutes and 8 seconds for his 10th lap, on his way to his 11th lap here. Sander, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Ricky, 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Ricky's on his way to his 13th lap. Sander on his way to his 14th lap. Sander, 4 minutes and 7 seconds. On his way to his 15th lap. Ricky, 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Sander, 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Again, Ricky's seat time is 6 minutes and 42 seconds. Sander's seat time is 6 minutes and 12 seconds. We got an air horn warning here. Lower your volume if you have it all the way up. Get ready for that lovely sound. That wasn't too bad. Sander, 5 minutes and 24 seconds. On his way to his final laps, his final 2 laps. And some potential here to make it under his regular seat time. Ricky, 5 minutes and 46 seconds. Sander at 6 minutes and 1 second. Under his seat time of 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Ricky finishing up here under his seat time as well at 6 minutes and 21 seconds.
Our next event will be girls doing freestyle relay.
All right, coming up next, Event 17, the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. It'll be lane 2 and 3, occupied all by Penn Hills athletes. And lane 2, up first, we have Larissa Lockridge, followed by Lorelei Oswald, followed by Talia Russell, and last, for lane 2, Gabrielle Bokovic. And lane 3, we have Kristen Sipple coming up first, Lauren Sipple second, Millie Ressler third, Krista Herbert fourth. This will be the 200-yard freestyle relay. Here in lane 3, it is Kristen pulling ahead here. It's a matter of beating the clock here. Lane 3, in comes Laura. In lane 2, Lorelai. Lane 3, Talia. A minute and 8 seconds. The regular seat time is a minute and 59 seconds. Lane 2. Gabrielle. Correction, lane 2. Talia. Lane 3. Millie. Krista. Lane 3 is Krista. Gabrielle, lane 2. Krista finishing up at 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Gabrielle. Two minutes and 27 seconds. Coming up next, Event 18, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. It'll be lane 3 and 5 occupied. Lane 3, Penn Hills athletes. Lane 5, Woodland Hills athletes. In lane 3, we have Michael coming up first, followed by Austin. Third, Ricky. Fourth, Luke. In lane 5, we have Noah first, followed by Elijah. Third, Justin. Fourth, Dominic. It's neck and neck right now. Penn Hills is pulling ahead just slightly, ever so slightly, but Woodland Hills is keeping ahead right now. In comes Austin and Elijah. Austin is keeping a pretty safe distance from Penn Hills right now. In comes Ricky and Justin. Justin is giving the helm over to Dominic. And Dominic just dives in there. Ricky has finished up his lap. Finishing up here for Penn Hills is Luke Houlihan. Luke is determined here, keeping at fantastic speed. But Woodland Hills is in a pretty safe distance right now, finishing up at 1 minute and 44 seconds. Penn Hills 1 minute and 48 seconds. Coming up next, Event 19, the girls' 100-yard backstroke. It'll be lane 3 and 5 that'll occupied for this. Oh, correction, I'm looking at the wrong roster here. Lane 2, 3, and 4, and 5 will be occupied. Abby and Lindsay for Penn Hills in lane 2 and 3. Rosalie and Sophia. Rosalie in lane 4 for Woodland Hills. Sophia in lane 5 for Woodland Hills. And is Rosalie keeping a good distance right now from the other athletes. Right now it's neck and neck between lane 5 and lane 2. Rosalie keeping up a good speed, good formation, which is winning her a significant distance right now. Lane 2 pulling ahead of lane 5 here. Lindsay taking the lead here for Penn Hills. Rosalie is finished with hers. Penn Hills finishes at 1 minute and 21 seconds. Coming up next, event 20, the boys 100-yard backstroke. Lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be occupied. And lane 3 will be occupied by Penn Hills' Austin Stuchel. Lane 4, Ryan Powers for Woodland Hills. Lane 5, Dante Martin. Lane 6, Justin Meyer for Woodland Hills. They set and they win. Pulling ahead here in lane 3 is Austin. Or lane 4, rather. Kind of disoriented there for a second. Lane 4, it is Ryan Powers that's pulling ahead. Keeping a pretty safe, comfortable distance from the other athletes right now. Again, this is a race against time. Ryan is pretty comfortable there, I would say. Dante keeping strong, keeping that performance. Austin also keeping strong, keeping good formation. Woodland Hills is all finished up here. Penn Hills coming in at 1 minute and 29 seconds. All right. Coming up next, event 21, girls 100-yard breaststroke. All Penn Hills athletes occupying lanes 1, 2, and 3. In lane 1, Gabrielle. Lane 2, Cassidy. Lane 3, Lauren. Lauren has the shortest seat time here, 1 minute and 19 seconds. Cassidy, a seat time of 1 minute and 33 seconds. Gabrielle, a seat time of A minute and 43 seconds. It's there in lane 3. We see Lauren pulling ahead. Lane 2, Cassidy is keeping a pretty good distance from lane 1. And Gabrielle is keeping in there strong. Again, this is a race against time. A lot of enthusiasm for their fellow teammates here. A minute and 19 seconds. Next comes Cassidy. Minute and 34 seconds. Last but not least, Lauren. At a minute and look like that's at 43 seconds. I'll let you know. "42 seconds. A minute and 42 seconds. All right. Coming up next, event 22, the boys 100-yard breaststroke. Lanes 3, 4, and 5 will be occupied. Lane 3 occupied by Penn Hills. Lane 4 occupied by Woodland Hills, as well as lane 5. And lane 3, we have Ricky. Lane 4, we have Akib Syed. Lane 5, Dominic Dafouche. There in lane 4, we see Akib keeping good formation, good distance. Followed by Dominic. Ricky is keeping that good, graceful formation in as well. Ricky has a pretty good smile on his face. Gotta love this guy's enthusiasm. All three athletes are doing a great job. Akib. Akib finishes at a minute and 18 seconds. Dominic. A minute and 28 seconds. And in comes Ricky at a minute and 36 seconds. All right, coming up next, event 23, the girls 400-yard freestyle relay. The Penn Hills athletes. Up first, Abby Umscheid. Second, Krista Herbert. Third, Lindsay Davis. Fourth, Gianna Gentlecore. It's the girls 400-yard freestyle relay. Occupying lane 3. Abby takes her form. Mark, set, go. The seat time for this event was 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Let's see what it'll be this evening. Abby. finishing up that lap at 38 seconds. Good posture, good formation. Here comes Krista, setting herself up for that dive. And in she goes. Minute and 54 seconds. She finishes up that lap. On her way to the last 2 laps. Krista is just about finished here. At 2 minutes and 38 seconds, in comes Lindsay. She's coming in fast. She means business. Three minutes and 15 seconds. So far, the timing appears to be good. Under the last seat time of 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Right now, we were at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Lindsay is just about finished here. And Gianna takes the helm. She's in the water. Graceful and fast. Finish ups. She completes her first lap at 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Four minutes and 34 seconds. Correction. My roster says Gianna Genocor, but this is actually Millie. Millie finishes up at 5 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. Excellent work there, Penn Hills. All right. Up next, our final event. Event 24, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. Lanes 3, 5, and 6 will be occupied. And lane 3, Penn Hills. Lane 5, Woodland Hills. Lane 6, Woodland Hills. Lane 3, we got Ricky right now. Lane 5, we have Noah. Lane 6, Elijah. Noah and Elijah just neck and neck here. "26 seconds. Ricky, 31 seconds. Elijah finishes up here at 53 seconds. As well as Noah. In lane 5, we have Xander. Lane 6, Ryan. Ricky finishes up at 1:08 seconds. Right now in lane 3, we have Austin. In comes Jack. In comes Jack for lane 6. Lane 5, Dominic. Austin is finishing up here. Luke Hulan is just eager to jump in. There he goes. Currently in for Penn Hills, we have Michael. The guy is like a machine. He's has a quite remarkable speed to his name. In lane 6, we have Akib. Coming up next for lane 5, we have Dante. Yep, a little bit of a correction here. In lane 3 for Penn Hills. Now we have Michael. The seed time for Penn Hills is 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Seed time for Woodland Hills is 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Akib is finishing up here at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Michael coming in at 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Dante at 4 minutes and 27 seconds. And that's it for event 24. All right, that's all 24 events for this evening here between Woodland Hills High School and Penn Hills. It was a fantastic performance from both athletes. It looks like Woodland Hills has finished up this one with their honor to their name. This is Roxamore Sports. I'm Maximilian Kiever. Thank you for being here with us this evening.